everyone, welcome back to Lisa's Paper. I'm Elise, and I'm here today with another kit catch-up. I hope you guys love these because I have a lot of kits to catch up on, so you'll probably see a lot of these. Now, this one is going to be with the Mercy Tiara Dream Big kit. I love that they started putting these stickers on here to label the things, and I think I talked about this in my last kit catch up about the whole newsletter. Oh, I like that. I might try and do that again, like try and use the sketch again. Anyway, normally I'll go and use an older kit, but this one just came and I love it. I absolutely love it, and I'm so excited to dive into it, and so I'm going to. Unfortunately, I think that this one sold out. I don't know that she has anymore, but you can always go to her website, mercytiarakits.com, I think. I'll put it below. But I will try and tell you what the pieces are. They're all pretty new things, so if you cannot get this kit anymore, you can try and go get the pieces that interest you, at least at your favorite scrapbooking retailer. So, like always with the kit catch-up, I will walk you through what's in the kit, and then I will go off and I will make some layouts with the goal of using a decent amount of the kit, not 100% of the kit. And I do often bring in other things. And then at the end, I will come back and I will show you what I have left and what I made with the kit. This one I might do a little differently. I'm kind of toying with the idea of showing you like a behind the scenes of what happens in between when I show you this and when I come back, because I realized recently in watching, I'll put her name on the screen. She is another scrapbooker that you should definitely check out. And she makes little mini page kits from the kit. And I realized that I do the same thing. So after I go off, I like start sorting things out and placing things and putting photos with things. So I'm going to maybe try and film that so you can see a little behind the scenes and how my brain works and how I approach these in between. So let me know if that interests you. I will record it and see where we go. Anyway, enough chitter chatter. So this one came with so many fun little extras. So first of all, we have these like tickety bits and stamps, and I love them. I don't usually like really vintagey things, but these aren't vintagey. Like this one is a lot more gray, which I love, and I love the yellow and this red. So I think that these will be fun to use. We have those. I love these wood veneer hearts. I love a heart. I love wood veneer, so they're perfect. We got this cute little, like, I think it's a paper straw. And then they wrapped the thread around it, and let's see if I can show it to you. There we go. Love it. We have these Simple Stories glitter enamel dots. It's from the Simple Vintage Life in Bloom collection. Those are pretty. I don't know if you can see, but they have glitter in them. How pretty. Okay, then we have the Be Valiant. This is, I think, from Poppy and Pear. Yeah, the Poppy and Pear ephemera kit. So that's what's in here. Lots of tags and useful bits and bobs in there. It's a very floral set. You guys know how I feel about lots of florals and some plaid. We'll see what happens. But I really like the colors in here. So then we have the Cool Girl Thickers. These are amazing. So it's like this lilac purpley pink color and then pink foam on the sides. And I love the black outline. It kind of like toughens them up a little bit. I love these letters. They're great. Then we have this Sending Love Thickers set. And these are beautiful. Beautiful. And I like that they're cardstock thickers. I like the ones that are that matte cardstock on there, because you can also, if you don't want the thickness, you can rip it off and then have a normal thin embellishment, like a paper embellishment to use. So this is such a pretty set. Okay, now when I go through the papers, let me move this off to the side so it's not in the way. As I go through them, I look at both sides and I decide which one is more usable for me, so I'm not flippity-flopping back and forth when it comes time to use the kit. Okay, This one, I love notebook paper. This one has a little like pinky purple to it. I love this side. Oh, now I don't usually get, you can always buy the add-on, the paper add-on, and get 2 of each paper. And I don't usually do that because my goal is to use up my supplies and not have extra supplies. And I think that would give me too many things. This one's going to be tough because I do really like a lot of these tags. And you know, I love using tags. Oh, but this is just the perfect background. Okay. And I love a black and white heart. Love this side. And then this side is all these cut apart. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Sorry. So this is from the, I apologize if I'm saying this wrong, Lise Gonzalo, Rainbow Avenue. And this one's called My Memories. Okay, also from that same collection, this one's called Sweet Love. These are cute. That would make a cute little like, hang on. I can see using them like as these background pieces here maybe. But I like this side. Conundrum. I really should have gotten that kit this time, the add-on. I like that side. This pretty rainbow. Ooh, look at that. It's got that painty texture in the background. I just love details like that. They make me so happy. Oh, and this pretty floral. Oh, they're so hard to choose because I'm not usually a rainbow girl. But I like this. Oh, anyway, this is from Pebbles, Cool Girl. It's called Garden. I'm gonna go with that side up for now. Oh, also so pretty. This like, I don't know if you can tell, but these are pink. They're a very light pink star, not white. My camera looks like it's washing it out and showing it as white, but it is pink, a very pale pink. I love this. I will use this, I guarantee. Oh, a rainbow. Oh, I really should have gotten the double paper. This is also from Pebbles Cool Girl. It's called Bright Stripes. Oh, man. Oh, so tough. Look at that. Look at that play. The floral against the stripe. Oh, because can't you just see that like on both sides? Oh, so pretty. That is too. Okay, sorry. Distracted. This one's from that Be Valiant. I think it's from Poppy and Pear. I love this side. I love it. This one's called Stitched Delights because this side has stitching, which is also so pretty. But I really like this graphic side here. I can see doing something with the beach or the pool or my son. I don't know. I like that. This one is also from Poppy and Pear. It's called Details. A cut apart sheet. Always super useful. Oh, I love all the pens. Yeah, and then the plaid on this side. I much prefer, I will use the cut apart side. Okay, another Be Valiant. I like, ooh, this makes my eyes and my camera go, ooh. It's a pretty yellow. This side has pears on it. This one's called Pretty Pears, but P-A-I-R-S, not P-E-A-R-S like the fruit. So if you are typing it in, it's Pretty Pears, as in like a pair of shoes or something. I do like the colors in this side, but I cannot imagine how I would use that paper in this one. Would make such a great background or layering piece. I like this side. Ooh, this one's pretty. Love painty backgrounds. And then this one's a pretty little floral. Little like, they look like cabbage roses. So anyway, this one's from that Rainbow Avenue collection. It's called Sunrise Happiness. And I agree. This side is happiness for me. Okay. Ooh, love it. This is from that Be Valiant collection as well. I love this side. And then I really like this side as well. This one's called Blessed. There we go. But this side has that cream background. Now, granted, this is cream too, but it doesn't stand out as much as cream because there's so much black in it. I really like that. This side is from Poppy and Pear, or it's called Main Street. Now, I had gone to the beach recently and I took a picture of a store with the hopes of using it on this page. So I think, yes, here's the other side. Little daisy type flowers, but I'm going to use this side. Also from Poppy and Pear, this one is called Wonderful. Pretty floral. And then this side is this blue. Ooh. This one feels like one of those papers that I would probably use to matte photos. I like the blue. Oh, I love this. This is a pink on pink dot. I don't know. Let's see if you can see. Sorry, I'm trying to show you. It does not want to focus. There we go. See, it's a pink on pink, or like it is pink on pink. If it's coming across purple on pink, it's definitely pink on pink. And then this side has these pretty trees. It is called Sunshine. And while I love the colors here, I think this is more usable. So that is the kit. I'm super excited to dive into this. I have so many ideas. I will try and kind of film bits and pieces for you of how I work on this. But let me know if you're interested in that. And I will see you here again soon, hopefully with this used up and some layouts to share. See ya. Hey everyone, I am back and I have used this kit up. I think this is probably the most I've ever used a kit maybe, but I'll let you be the judge of that. Let me know what you think. I really vibed with this kit. You'll see as I get to the layouts. I think it shows in the layouts. The color spoke to me. It was just fun and easy, and I just like layout, and it was perfect. There were hardly any struggles. You'll see the first one was a bit of a struggle, but we'll get there. Anyway, first up though, I want to show you what I have left, and you can see it's really not much. So as far as papers, let me scoot this over to the side. This is all I have left from the papers. That's it. Most of these will go in the trash. I would think all of these probably will end up in the trash. These I will put in my scraps. If I like this one, I don't know that I'll use. It's just too floral, but the rest of these I think I will, and I'll put them with my ephemera. But literally like that's it, which awesome. Nothing going in my scraps or my paper stash. Okay. Also, those were the little wood veneer hearts, all gone also. Love it. I've been painting. Sorry, that's what this is. So those are all gone. Yay. I used a few of the dots. They'll go in my stash. I like them. I have a hard time. I'm not a sparkly person. And you can see these have sparkles in them. I just don't go for glitter and sparkles. So that's why I didn't reach for them. But I think that they'll be a good addition to my stash. I would say about half of this. This will definitely go in my stash. I love this shade of yellow, and it'll be good to have a solid one because I do have a twine, a yellow twine that's like yellow and white, but I like that this one's solid yellow. Okay. Of those little bits and pieces, I still have these left. I will definitely put these in my stash. I will probably, though, put them with my art journaling stuff over there. Sorry, I'm trying to separate my things out so I don't forget. I didn't do as well with the ephemera. I'm not surprised. This was a little, I don't know, I like to call it sweeter than my typical style. I did use a decent amount of it, but I'll show you what I have left. So, I mean, of that big pack, to have this left is okay. Not great. I would say maybe I used half of it or something. There are pieces that I will keep, like this. I can see myself using this. I love this layered look. I think this is super cute, especially because it's already die cut, so you can like tuck a photo or something in there. Other things like, I don't know, just these like floral, stitchy, off-white bows. I do like the strawberries. Those will definitely go in my stash with my food stuff. Maybe some of these other bits. But for the most part, like, I will probably de-stash most of this because I just didn't use what's left because it didn't really speak to me. So that's that. There's a little heart in there. I do like that. And then, so the thickers, I'm pretty proud of. Here. Sorry, that bit was bothering me. Okay, for these, I am very proud of how much I used of the thickers. I would say I used about half of them, which is pretty awesome. There are definitely some in here that I will use in the future. So there's very little I will probably de-stash. I can't see myself using that Happy Mail piece and probably not the coffee time piece, though. I might stick that with my food and drink stash and we'll see if I get to use it. And of course I did not use these buttons. I just am not a fan of buttons. Again, they go with that like whole stitchy, old-fashioned look that's just not me. But overall, I'm very happy with that. And then the letter stickers, look at that. I used so many of them. I'm completely out of O's, so I had to resort to using some zeros. Almost out of U's, completely out of S's, almost out of E's and A's. Like, I really use this. So what I might try and do is like make myself some titles from the letters that I have left. Keep the numbers separate probably, and put them with my number stash, and then de-stash whatever else I can't use because I can't see myself needing so many K's, Q's, X's, Z's, you know, that kind of stuff. So I'll just see what I can make with what I have left, put it with my title words, and not even worry about putting this in my stash. So that's a win. I loved this set though. I kind of wish I had more. So that's another option. I might buy another set or two of these and put them in my stash. We'll see. And then this was not, if you're an eagle eye, this was not originally part of the kit, but it is something that I got recently. You probably saw it in that recent haul video that I came out with. But I wanted to throw it in here because I found myself reaching for it when I was doing this. So if you do make your own kit or get similar things, this worked really well with it. It's the Simple Things from Pink Fresh. It's their chipboard frames pack, and I used a lot of that. So I was kind of impressed that I used about half of this as well. But that's that. So I'm sure you're excited to see what I made with it, how much I made with it. I think this might have been my most prolific one yet because I made, I'm pretty sure, 9 layouts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, I made 9 layouts. I think my previous record was 8. Correct me if I'm wrong. And again, as always, I will show these in the order that I made them. So from when I had the full kit to when I had like nothing left. And I will walk you through these and talk to you about them and show you the up closes. Okay, this was the first one I did, and yes, it is busy. It's probably my least favorite layout that I did, but I had seen this kit before I went on a quick vacation to the beach, and I had seen this paper and had this idea in my head that when I was at the beach, I would like to take photos of the shops, some of my favorite small shops there, and use them on this layout because it just feels very small town shoppy and stuff like that. And so what I ended up doing, I don't know if you can see, but I used my X-Acto knife to kind of cut bits, like corners. I didn't cut them fully out of the paper. And then I tucked this sheet of cardstock in behind it to kind of act as a giant mat for my photos. And it really needed that because this is a busy paper. I did cut some of those trees out of the other paper that had the trees all over it. And in the end, I do like how it turned out, but it is busy. I don't know, though, how I could have made it much better. Probably maybe spread it across 2, made a double page layout or something so I didn't have to cram 4 photos and a title and everything else on there. But all in all, so in case you're wondering why it says Topsail, because that's a joke. If you're not from around here, so Topsail Beach, it's spelled Topsail, I'll put it on the screen here, is one of the beaches in North Carolina, one of the Outer Banks beaches, and it's a pretty popular destination. But my husband's family has a house on there, and they have for, I think, since the 90s. But it's funny because, you know, based on the way it's spelled, everybody who's not from here calls it topsail, even though all the locals and everybody else calls it topsail. You'll even go into some of the shops here and they have things that say topsail spelled like this because that's how it's pronounced. It's kind of like a joke. So anyway, in case you're wondering why I spelled it that way, that's why. Okay, let me show you up close. I did add some dimension just to pop some things up. I know this added to the busyness, but it was a very blank looking corner otherwise. It didn't look intentional. It was kind of a labor of love because look, I even cut out that little umbrella. Ay, ay, ay. So that's that one. Next one, I love this one. I love it. So I knew that I wanted to use this paper here. And I liked, but I thought, again, it would be a lot. So I know that I am drawn to busy papers. I love busy papers. So I always have to find ways to use them without them like overwhelming the page. And so what I decided to do here was I cut this to 8 inches tall, this paper. And I think I kept the width as it was. But because it had this, you can see that I tore it. Now, if you look, I tore it very intentionally so that the top, this middle piece, did not have any of this color on it. And then I tucked the other ones behind it to kind of bring it in so it's more like an 8x8. And you've got this layering effect and a little bit of texture. And I really like how that kind of toned it down. But I made this about my son. So this is Leo, and he passed away last year. And I know he looks so angry right there, but he was the most tolerant, sweet cat. Like he would let Ian like flat out lay on top of him when he was a little kid, like a toddler. And Ian's taken it really hard that we lost Leo and misses him. And so I wanted to kind of commemorate their special bond that they had for him. And he loves this layout. I showed it to him and he told me he loved it, and that made my day because that's what this is all about, right? But so these are wood veneer letters that I painted white with a white paint pen, and this is from a Cocoa Vanilla letter set. And I think what really brings it together is this is from a Rosie Studio pack, these little like film strip things, and they kind of like frame it, and then this color here, it all like brings it all in. So that's this layout. In just a minute, I'm gonna have to step away to let the dog back in. Now this one, so sorry for the glare, that's Willow there, the one I have to go get right now, excuse me. Okay, she is inside, and I came back and talked to you about this page and totally forgot to record any of it. She's currently beside me right now, actually bonking me in the thigh. But anyway, this layout was interesting because when I had originally done my page kits, I had paired this background with this photo. I just loved it, and some of these little elements. But this is that paper. Oops, sorry. Throwing crayons. This is that paper that had those trees that I used on the first layout. So I didn't have a full 12 by 12, and I had to figure out how to make it work. So I ended up making this like horizontal element, and then I brought in this vertical element, which you'll see this kind of like thing that I did. I've done it on several pages in this entire set, and I'm really liking it. It kind of feels like this like jumbled together bulletin board of things, and I love the way it looks. But anyway, horizontal element, vertical element brings your eyes right to the picture, and I love that. Now, I had originally thought about calling this You Rang, because look at that face. She kind of is giving me this look like, yes, what do you want? But then I decided to use it to tell the story instead of how she loves to cuddle with me and only me. And if my husband tries to sit beside me on the couch, she has to worm her way like in between us. She goes so far as to like crawling over him, over his head, and then like squirming herself in there in between us. And so that's what I decided to make this layout about. And I'm glad that I recorded that. So here's your close-ups. I think that this is my favorite bit in the entire page. I just love the way that ended up. That one. Now this one. I think this might be my favorite layout in the entire set of 9. Originally, when I did the page kits, I love the way that this stripe played against this floral. And my original idea had been to have the full floral page with this stripe along the side. And then I was like, that's too much again. I need something to tone it down. And so I went and got the white paper. And so what I decided to do, I brought out that star stencil that I had used. If you remember my Christmas layouts where I like stuck stickers in a star shape, I used that same star shape and I laid it down, traced it out, and used an X-Acto knife to trim it out. You could use, you know, your Cricut or Silhouette to cut the same thing, but it was easy enough to do because it's all straight lines. And then I put it on top of the floral and stitched along the edge. I intentionally did a messy stitch. And I had that done. And then I laid it down, and my original first plan was, my first plan was what I told you, the stripe with the floral. My second plan was this. And I had planned to have 2 stripes of the stripes down the side, and then this all white. So white here and white there. But when I put it down, I was like, that's not quite right. It didn't feel right. And I was like, well, I don't want to cut all of it out because it does need the white. And I don't think this little bit of white was going to be enough. And so what I did was I took the cutoffs from this and placed them here and here just to see what it would look like if something extended. And I actually really liked that look, even though it wasn't going to be the same pattern. It just kind of gave me an idea. And I'm glad that I took the plunge to cut these parts off to show this behind it, and continue over here. But then we still have the white space to kind of breathe. So I love how this turned out. It was a journey from beginning to end, but it was great. It was worth it, I think. So in case you're wondering why it says back to school at 39, I took this photo because I had just gone to orientation at the local community college. Now I do have a bachelor's degree in elementary education, and I decided that I want to go back to school because I can, for fine arts. And I have very little to no like actual art class experience. And so I figured I'm not going to just try and go to a college, you know, or a university to do that. There's no need for it when I have a good community college program right here. So I'm kind of tiptoeing back into it, and I'm going to my local community college. I'm starting in the fall for an associate's in fine arts. It's intended so that if I want to, I can go to a 4-year college afterward with it, but I'm just excited to take art classes, honestly. And I wanted to kind of document that, because it's different and it's a big step. So yay for that. I'll show you some of that messy stitching. Okay. This one I did with the sketch. So it was this sketch, and I think I actually stayed pretty close to it. I put my own spin on it, but it was, we'll see, a little bit of a labor. I tend to struggle whenever it's a sketch. I've told you guys that before, but I do like how it turned out. I saw this background, and it really brought to mind like being at the beach, and I told you I'd just been at the beach. And since we were there in March and there's so few people, the shelling was amazing. So I actually found 3 sand dollars. My third one broke. It was really windy, and I had it in my hand, and the bag I was also holding whipped and hit it, and it broke, and it was so sad. And this is just a sampling. I found 2 shark's teeth, 2 perfect. These are 100% whole little, they're teeny tiny little conch shells. A ton of baby's ears, a ton of these olives, and a ton of other shells. This is only a tiny bit, but I wanted to kind of document that because I really enjoy shelling, and it was great for shelling. And I had this great photo that I had taken. So that's that one. I also really like that I had stitched these. I did that just to add, I don't know, a little element of, just a little extra something. I felt like these were smaller than in the sketch, and so they needed a little more presence. So there's another one of my embellishments. See, it has seashells on it, so I thought it'd be perfect, and the colors matched. So it worked so well. And I loved this. I found it in a Rosie Studio thing because it felt like, yes, I was just doing this for me, and it was so lovely. There's that one. Here's another one of those that like that bulletin board, like cascadey style, and I just love it. And I really leaned into it with a washi tape on here to make it look like they're taped on there. I had originally wanted to say something about Sassy in a swimsuit because look at that attitude. That is Layla in a nutshell. But I did not have enough S's to do that. I think I only had the 2 S's left, and so I had to pivot, and I ended up with Hella Sunshine. But I really like how this turned out. I used lots of, I love that rainbow paper, and this supports it without taking away. Love my B-sides. I had such a fun time with layering on this one. Okay, this one commemorates, so I've been to Broadway, and we didn't actually go to Broadway for this. We just went to a local theater that brings traveling Broadway shows in. I had seen 6 on Broadway and played the music. My kids, love the music. And when I found out that it was coming here locally, of course I had to get tickets, and I did that like 6 months ago. And so they've been eagerly awaiting this, and I wanted to document this because my son, while he's not as into Broadway as my daughter and I are, like, he loves the ballad from this song. And he also, there's this one part at the end of House of Holbein where there's an air horn. It's literally in the last like 4 seconds of the song, and that's his favorite part of the entire song. And when they did it in the theater, he literally looked at me and went, ah, like he was so excited because they did it. It was just so fun, and I wanted to document that. And so this one, I thought it'd be fun to bring in the black. The blue tones it down a lot, and this. And again, I was kind of like intentionally making them wonky to make it look like they were just slapped down things. And I just love that look. I brought in a lot of Ellie Studio bits and bobs. Again, lots of layering. I like this whole, like, it's not, normally we have the 1, 2, 3 clusters, but this one can kind of read as one whole cluster. I wanted an arrow. I couldn't find a black arrow that I liked, and so I made that's a wood veneer that I painted white again. And I love this XO. It doesn't stand out a lot on that paper, and that was intentional. It's huge, and I didn't want it to take away from the title and everything else. So I like that it kind of fades away a little bit. So, okay. This one I love. It came together so quickly and easily. Again, it looks very scrappy. I intentionally just kind of tore and layered these bits that I had left to kind of make this matte. And this is the cutout from that other layout that you saw earlier. I just had tossed it on here because I like the way the white plays against this pink ledger. And it tones down the pink because pink is not Layla's favorite color, but somehow I always make layouts about her pink. And it just became this like cluster. I had tossed this in there to use along with this wreath, and I think that it really does a good job of like bringing colors to it and taking the attention away from the pink. And this just, I don't know, it just happened. I had put the beautiful there, and I love the black and white. I love how it plays off of this. And it fit just perfectly on top of that. It was like it was meant to be. So I love this. Simple, sweet. Okay. And my last one. So at this point, all I had left was this paper, and it was like a C shape. So it was this, and then this piece was turned sideways. So it connected right here. There was like a cutout right here. And I love this paper, and I wanted to use it. And I also had planned on using this sticker and had not used it. And I was like, I'm going to see if I can squeeze one more layout with this because I love this paper so much and I just wanted to use it. And I think I did. This came together so quickly. So what I did was I cut this piece because I knew it was 4 inches tall. It was 4, 4, and 4. And these were also 4 inches wide. So I knew I could turn it. And that's what I did. So I have a block here, a block here, and a block here. And of course it's white, so it's very subtle, but clean. This is my favorite kind of layout. And I had printed this photo out and I kind of used the cut aparts to like layer behind it. This paper is not part of it. I brought it in just to give myself an extra layer because I didn't quite have enough. But it also gave me an excuse to use the bits and pieces in this collection that were the pens and like the stationery products and stuff right here. Because this story, I think I've mentioned it before. I worked for Carson Delos. I was in the product development team. And so I actually, while I was not the designer, I did not draw them. I was the person who would come up with the ideas, or on the team. I was not 100% the idea person, but I was on the team. We'd come up with the ideas and we would actually, tell the designers, I want it to look like this. I want it to say this, and yada, yada, yada. So I put a lot of work into this, and we had the opportunity this year, I think this was in 2021. Yeah. To get our products in the teacher section, the back to school section. And it was so surreal to walk into Target and see something that I had been working on for months and months and months to actually be physically in person, because so many of the products I work on are either only sold online, on Amazon, on the website, or in teacher retailers, which sadly are like the way of scrapbooking stores, not as common as they used to be. And so to see this, I was so excited. I made my daughter take a picture and she was so embarrassed. And I look so dorky, you'll see in the close-up, but I was so excited. Anyway, because it was about like back to school and stuff, I felt like the pens and all this stuff worked really well with it. It just came together so quickly. And I love the colors. I love the splatters. I did use that Brutus Monroe. Let me pull it out. Again, it was in that haul. It was this thing. Let's see, the Aqua Splash. With it has like this, it's like a nail polish bottle. And I didn't use anything else to splash. I just used this and like tapped on it. And it actually gave me some really nice splatters, as you'll see. See my silly, silly face? And that's that. So 9 layouts. 9 layouts. I just blown away. I never would have expected to get 9 layouts. But like I said, this kit and I just worked. We worked it, man. Oh, there we go. So thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this, and I should be back soon with another kit catch-up. See you soon. Bye.